power, the capture, extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant, and I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my sacred.
Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the manga. And for anime only fans, this is the time of the month where a lot of the content that we talk about here on the channel is gonna be spoiler heavy, so I thank you for your support. However, if you're still here, I'm assuming you guys are all caught up with the manga and you don't care about spoilers, nor do you care about speculative theories that are based off of spoilers from the manga. So with that being said, let's jump right into the discussion. So diving right in, I think we need to have a conversation about the very rare situation that Naruto's in right now as Hokage. So as we all know, Naruto got a significant depowering when he lost the power of Kurama, and as Amato said in the last chapter, it is very hard to actually calculate how much power Naruto has lost. Now, I tried to attempt to, just by looking at how much power that Kurama gave to Naruto and the fact that Naruto had both halves of the Kyuubi, but the reason why it's so hard to actually peg down how much power Naruto's lost is the fact that we don't know if Naruto, when he lost Kurama, if because Kurama oversaw that sanctuary where all the Biju chakra was gathered at, if by Naruto losing Kurama, he's lost access to all of the small bits of chakra from the 8 other Biju. That could be why Kurama said, like, hey, you're no longer gonna have superhuman strength at this point. And so that means that the only thing Naruto's got to go for himself right now is his unnaturally high chakra reserves and stamina levels as an Uzumaki. Naruto was given the Sage of Six Paths mode, but according to the light novels, Naruto only has a small part of that power that Hagoromo gave to him. And so if you look at that, Naruto is significantly weaker now. And then that also brings into question one more thing here, which is the fact that if you are in a situation where Naruto can't even tap into some of that Biju chakra, that means Naruto no longer has access to blow release. That means Naruto no longer has access to the lava style Rasen Shuriken. That also means that Naruto no longer has access to magnet release. So Naruto's now lost 3 of his Kekkei Genkai if this is indeed the case. Naruto's lost a lot, and yet at the same time, Naruto still has one more thing that's working for him. Naruto still has his Sage mode, and Naruto, even without the Kyuubi's chakra, Naruto had more than enough chakra to not only attempt to use Sage mode, but Naruto arguably is one of the best Sage mode users that are out there. Naruto can still make a crap ton of shadow clones without actually using Sage mode, so Naruto would be able to make those clones to be able to start gathering nature energy for him and keep him off to the side. And the reason why it's so important is Sage mode has an unknown multiplier, and it's one of those things to where if Naruto took this time, knowing that there's a threat coming for Konoha, knowing that there's a threat beyond Jigen, knowing that there's a level of power that Naruto's tasted when it comes to the Sage of Six Paths mode, when it comes to the Sage of Six Paths chakra mode, when it comes to the power that he had with the Baryon mode, when Kurama gave him all of the power of the Nine Tails, it's one of those things to where Naruto's body has experienced higher levels of chakra at this point. So Naruto, in theory, if he took the time to actually train, Naruto would be able to start the process of trying to reclaim some of that power. Now, obviously, because he was depowered, that's not something that you're going to look at and say, well, he's going to get as powerful as he was before. However, I also think that this is one of those times where the character's depowered in order to give Boruto the opportunity to actually grow, and just as Kakashi over time throughout the Naruto manga, Kakashi began to get gradually powerful in order to meet the threat at the end of the series. I think you're gonna have a similar things going on with Naruto and Sasuke, and the way that you actually do that is you have Naruto actually double down on that Sage mode training. And when you look at it, yes, Naruto is a perfect Sage. However, Naruto at the same time, there's aspects of Sage mode that Naruto can still learn quite a bit to actually beef himself up. One thing in particular that we have here is we know that based off of the time that Naruto was on Mount Miyaboku, that there's other forms of Sage mode training that Naruto hasn't actually undergone. In particular, Naruto's done that Frog Kumite, but we haven't seen Naruto actually go through and sync up with Manpato. That's something that Naruto would be able to actually start dabbling with now because he no longer has Kurama that is getting in his way. The benefit to doing something like that is Naruto can start learning some of that Frog Genjutsu, and when you start adding in something like that, that's something that could actually help Naruto, because that Frog Genjutsu genjutsu is very overpowered because it's a sound-based genjutsu. So that is something that you could see Naruto actually begin to start incorporating into his fighting style. The other thing is we're dealing with somebody in Naruto who's hyperactive. He's calmed down, but he's still hyperactive at heart. He's very uncanny and unpredictable. You have somebody that if you tell him he needs to master Sage Mode on another level and basically take it to heights that nobody's ever taken Sage Mode to before, if anybody can actually pull that off, it's gonna be Naruto. I believe that there's other variations of the Rasengan that Naruto can create that incorporate using nature energy. I think that is something that you could start seeing Naruto actually play with. And then you also have to look at it from this perspective. Naruto right now has mastery over all 5 changes in chakra nature. There's no reason why Naruto, being the son of the Yellow Flash, is not in a position to where Naruto can't start taking Sage Mode and taking that mastery over all 5 changes in chakra nature and start creating new jutsu, as well as finding ways to actually incorporate Sage Mode tactics into those specific jutsu as well. I think that we're in a situation where Naruto, when you really look at it, there's a lot available to him. Naruto has the entire Hokage library filled with all those scrolls that all the previous Hokage had all their jutsu and all of their research stored into those scrolls. Naruto has time now to where he can use a clone to actually start reading some of those scrolls, and Naruto can start beefing up even more. It's not going to be enough to actually make up for the power gap that he's had, but this would be enough to actually start adding to the repertoire, which is what Naruto ultimately needs. I think that when you look at the battle with Jigen, one thing that became very abundantly clear is the fact that the Karma Seal, when wielded by somebody who really knows how to use it, the Karma Seal is a walking counter to most of Naruto's actual repertoire. When it comes to chakra-based attacks, the Karma Seal can absorb all of it, unless you do something extremely crazy like Kashin Koji, where he had all that prep time and he was able to summon natural fire from the Flaming Mountains, or if you happen to be by a body of water and you incorporate your chakra into existing water or fire, something that's around you. It has to be very circumstantial. That's the only way you can actually get around fighting somebody with the actual Karma Seal, which is why I think that Naruto needs to go into that library and actually start studying the scrolls that were left behind by his predecessors. That way Naruto can start formulating an actual battle strategy to battle against Code. And the reason why is Boruto right now is not actually in a position where he can defend the village. Kawaki right now is not in a position where he can actually defend the village right now. Naruto's still a Hokage. Naruto's still the one that has to protect the village, and I think that there is precedent for Naruto learning some of the jutsu of the 4 noble clans, because Hiruzen Sarutobi was a master, which means that if Naruto falls into the footsteps of the 3rd Hokage, you could see Naruto actually learn the Shadow Possession Jutsu, which is a hidden jutsu, but it's not a Kekkei Genkai, so non-clan members can actually learn it. It's not crazy to think that Naruto, the son of Minato, somebody that came from the nutsacks of a genius whose genes were so overpowered that had to skip a generation and go to Boruto. The fact is that Naruto's a genius in a different type of a way, and I think that Naruto, now at the age of 33, has that opportunity to really start adding more to his repertoire, because Naruto's never been a series where the power difference is always the end all be all. If that was the case, Kaguya would have won. Kaguya was significantly more powerful than Naruto and Sasuke, but through teamwork, through strategy, and through the assistance of Hack's abilities and a super hack sealing jutsu, they're able to actually take down Kaguya, but that's not the only instance. I think that this is something to where if Naruto adds to his repertoire, Naruto could defend Konoha until Boruto masters the Karma Seal, until Boruto masters the Otsutsuki DNA in him, and obviously the Jogan. That is something right there to where you have to start looking at that. For as skilled as Sasuke is, if Naruto sat down with all the tools available to him, Naruto, there's no reason why he should not be the most skilled out of all the Hokage. However, I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think about this suggestion? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.